learn about proteins. Student, first of all, what is the meaning of proteins? Okay, first proteins. Last class, I discussed amino acids. Amino acid is one type of biomolecule. Okay, so many biomolecules are there, but amino acid is one type of biomolecule. So many amino acids are there, especially observed for human being body. 20 amino acids are present in it. 10 amino acids are essential amino acids, and remaining 10 amino acids are non-essential amino acids. Okay, so first one, what is the meaning of essential amino acids? These are some plays a very important role for human beings body. Non-essential amino acids means these are unimportant amino acids. Okay, so definition for proteins. So proteins means the collection of different amino acids. That type of molecules are known as proteins. The collection of different types of amino acids. So, are the addition of different number of amino acids that are known as proteins. For example, these proteins are subdivided into two categories: fibrous proteins and globular proteins. Okay, students. So, generally, proteins are involving for different living organisms. Proteins are involving for different living organisms. Okay, these proteins are subdivided into two categories. First one, fibrous proteins. Fibrous proteins. Second one, globular proteins. First one, fibrous proteins. Second one, globular proteins. What is the difference between fibrous proteins and globular proteins? Okay, fibrous proteins, fibrous proteins, and second one, globular proteins. So fibrous proteins means, so these structures are linear structures. Fibrous proteins are observed, these are linear structures. Okay, fibrous structures are linear structures, and globular structures are branched chain structures. Means these structures are observed like fibrous proteins and globular proteins. Generally, proteins means the collection of different amino acids that are known as proteins, but especially these proteins are subdivided into two categories. First one, fibrous proteins, second one, globular proteins. So now I am going to discuss fibrous proteins. So the fibrous proteins, these are the linear structures, and globular proteins, these are the branched chain structures. Okay, fibrous proteins, these are the linear structures. Globular proteins, these are the branched chain structures. Fibrous proteins, these are insoluble in water. So these are insoluble in water. Fibrous proteins, these are do not soluble in water. But globular proteins, these are completely soluble in water. These are completely soluble in water. Okay. So first, fibrous proteins. Fibrous proteins are linear structure, but these are insoluble in water. But globular proteins, these are the branched chain structure, not linear structures. These are completely soluble in water. And next one, fibrous proteins. Some of the examples are observed: hair, skin. Hair and skin both are fibrous proteins. Hair and skin both are fibrous proteins. Means for human beings body, hair and skin both are observed. For human beings body, hair and skin both are observed. These are do not soluble in water. So especially for human beings body, hair is observed. So this is the linear structure, but this is insoluble in water. Okay, that type of means the fibrous proteins are made up of this type of components. For human beings body, so the fibrous proteins are used to develop the this type of components like hair and skin. And next one, globular proteins. Globular proteins. So, globular proteins, best example, cholesterol of different types of living organisms. Cholesterol. Generally, these proteins are used to improve the cholesterol for human beings' body. So generally the globular proteins are used to improve the cholesterols for different types of living organisms. Okay. And next one, these are the few differences for fibrous proteins and globular proteins. Okay. Once again repeated in these points. First of all, what is the meaning of proteins? Proteins means the collection of different amino acids that are known as proteins. Okay. So these are subdivided into two categories on the basis of structure. So okay, first one, on the basis of structure, these are subdivided into two categories. First one, fibrous proteins, and second one, globular proteins. Okay, first fibrous proteins on the basis of structure. These are the linear chain structures. These are the linear chain structures. And next one, these are the insoluble in water. And next, some of the examples for fibrous proteins, hair and skin. And next one, globular proteins. These are the branched chain structures. These are the completely soluble in water. Some of the examples are best example cholesterol. Okay, these are the differences for between fibrous proteins and globular proteins. Next one, these proteins are subdivided into four categories on the basis of structures. On the basis of structures. Okay, proteins are subdivided into four categories. First one, primary structure of proteins. Second one, secondary structure of proteins. Third one, tertiary structure of protein. And the fourth one, quaternary structure of protein. First one, primary structure of protein. Second one, secondary structure of protein. Third one, tertiary structure of protein. Fourth one, quaternary structure of proteins. So on the basis of structure, these are subdivided into 4 categories. First, I am going to discuss about primary structures of proteins. Primary structures of proteins. Okay. First one, I am going to discuss primary structure of protein. So the primary structure of protein is observed. So these structure, the shape of primary structure of protein is linear shape. So this type of proteins shapes are linear shapes. These proteins shapes are linear shapes. And next one, these protein structures are observed. Hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds both are arranged parallel. So hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds both are arranged parallel positions. Hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds both are arranged parallel positions. Okay, so first one, so the primary structure of protein, this protein shape is linear shapes. So this type of proteins containing both hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds. Both hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds are linked parallel position. Parallel position. Parallel position. Okay, this is the explanation for primary structure of protein. And next one, secondary structure of protein. Secondary structure of protein. So the secondary structure of protein do not exhibits linear shape. This protein structure is observed in 2 ways. First way is alpha helix, and the second one beta pleated shape. So the secondary structure of proteins shapes are alpha helix and beta pleated shape. So the alpha helix shape is observed. This is the alpha helix shape. And the beta pleated shape is, this is the beta pleated shape. This is the beta pleated shape. So these are also containing hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds. Both are involved, but the shape is different. So the shape is observed So such type of proteins are involving alpha helix shape, and such type of proteins are involved beta pleated shape. So this is the alpha helix shape, this is the beta pleated shape. So this is the shape of the secondary structure of proteins, but these proteins containing hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds. And next one, tertiary structure of proteins. Tertiary structure of proteins. Okay, so these structures are observed so these are the shape of tertiary structure of proteins. So these are containing hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds, but both are arranged anti-parallel positions. Both are arranged anti-parallel positions. And the last one, quaternary structure of proteins. Quaternary structure of proteins. Quaternary structure of proteins. So these quaternary structure of proteins are observed. These are the zigzag structures. These are zigzag structures. These are the zigzag structures. So the protein structures are disorder. These are disorder shapes. These are the disorder shapes. Means so the structure shapes are disorder shapes. These are the disorder shapes. Okay, this is different types of proteins. Proteins are subdivided into 4 categories on the basis of structures. First one, primary structure of proteins, secondary structure of proteins, tertiary structure of proteins, quaternary structure of proteins. First, I am going to discuss primary structure of proteins. Primary structure of proteins means these proteins are linear shapes. These are the linear shapes. So these shapes are observed. These are the straight chain structures. So these proteins containing hydrogen and sulfur bonds. So these are the exhibit some hydrophobic nature. Okay, so especially these are the soluble in water, but so the quantity of substance at the surface area is observed, some hydrophobic nature is exhibited. So the hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds both are arranged for parallel position. And the secondary structure of proteins. So the secondary structure of proteins are observed. So first one, these shapes are alpha helix shapes and beta pleated shapes. So this is the alpha helix shapes, this is a beta pleated shapes. So actually these structures are involves hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds. So these are arranged parallel positions. And the tertiary structure of proteins, this is the structure of tertiary structure of proteins. So closed structure, closed alpha helix shape structures, and final proteins are quaternary structure of proteins. These are the zigzag structures, and especially these proteins contains hydrogen bonds and sulfur bonds. This is the explanation for different types of